How y'all doing, my people? I'm back with another episode, and this time I bring to y'all back NFL Dry Time Football Season 2024. We're now in Week 7, and I'm going to give you the highlights, scoring highlights in Week 6, how it went down. The Denver Broncos, they came from blowing out those LA Chargers. Just a shocking upset over those Chargers over there in California. 42-3. And the Broncos, they went to 4-2, and the Chargers, they dropped to 4-2. The Jaguars, they were beaten by the LA Rams as they were visiting them over there, also in California. 24-13 Rams over the Jags. The Rams improved their record of 4-2. The Jags dropped now to 2-4. And then the Carolina Panthers, they went and visited the Chicago Bears, and they beat the Bears by 11, 20-9. The Panthers improved the record to 2-4, and the Chicago Bears dropped to 2-4. The let's see, the Cleveland Browns, they came from almost they gave a match to the Buffalo Bills, and look at this, the Buffalo Bills were able to come out of there with a victory. But I'll tell you what, those Cleveland Browns were giving them a fight. And the Bills stayed undefeated, 6-0, beating them 30-23. Can you believe that? Wow. This should have been a blown out, They should have blew out those Cleveland Browns, but they still won. A win is a win. And the Browns dropped to 1-5 with the worst record in the league. In the final late game, the Cincinnati Bengals, they were up on the Kansas City Chiefs by as many as by 14, 17-3 at halftime. And the Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs managed to come back to beat them by 24-23. The Bengals dropped to 2-4, and the Chiefs went back to 500, 3-3. Now we're going and now started week number 7, and the the Cincinnati Bengals, they went to visit the Jacksonville Jaguars and blew them out, 47-12. And look at this, the Jags really fooled us, because we thought that this team was going to really be a surprise in the season, right? And look at this. After starting the season real good, 2-0, now they have lost 5 games in a row. Now they're 2-5. Can you believe that? Those Jacksonville Jaguars are a huge embarrassment and a disappointment for their city in Florida, Jacksonville. And the other game, the Buffalo Bills. This was a game I just want to let people know, right? All my people, that this game right here, I recorded it, and guess what happened? I was editing it out, right? I put it on the what do you call that application that I guess video editing short what is it called? Video cut, something like that. And I was trying to kind of bring a little bit more of the quality, right, of the brightness and all that. I don't know how you call it, but I was trying to bring out a little bit more better quality to the video, and I accidentally deleted the video. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that. I really wanted to upload it, that game right there, the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears. But look at this game right here. It was a close one. Can you believe that? We were expecting the Buffalo Bills to blow out this Bears team, to put up at least 50, 60 points against them. No, it really didn't happen. The Chicago Bears, they really put up a really great fight. They were determined. That they said, even though they were the underdog teams, they were going to put up a real good war against that great Buffalo Bills team, the undefeated Bills team. And the Bills still managed to win it 35-30. Remember, back in week 6, they barely came from beating the Cleveland Browns by 7, 30-23. Well, in this one, it was almost about the same situation. They were trailing. They were down in the fourth quarter to the Chicago Bears, 30-28. But Josh Allen managed to get his team to the red zone and score their 5th rushing touchdown. Look at this. The Bills, they go to 7-0. The Chicago Bears, they drop to 2-5. The Bills, look at their scoring summary. They had 5 rushing touchdowns. They hit all their extra points, 5 out of 5. They threw an interception, a fumble, and 2 total turnovers. against that Bears defense. So the Bears defense played really good. If you ask me, the Bears offense, they threw for 2 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 field goal, of course, 1 out of 1, and extra points. There were 3 out of 4. They missed an extra point, but yeah, that was a real close one right there. And the Bears almost had it. They were about to set history. It was about to be a final epic, a happy ending for those Chicago fans, but they just came up short. And the Bears defense gave up that last rushing touchdown in the fourth quarter. Unbelievable, man. I was really cheering for the Bears to win it and to give the Bills their first loss of the season, but it just didn't happen. And man, that was really one of the closest games that I ever seen. Despite the Browns, but the Browns, I kind of felt that they didn't play as aggressive as the Bears did in this game. The Bears really, really showed up, and they were determined that they were not going to give up and give the Bills an easy game. But the win is a win. The Bills stay undefeated, 7-0. The Bears dropped to 2-5. Now I'm about to show you. I'm about to record this. The Cleveland Browns going to visit the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos right now, they're red hot. They're 4-2, and the Browns are 1-5. So we'll see if the Broncos could go to 5-2. They're going to play at home, and let's see what happens here in Week 7. And right now, I'm having myself, a little lunch right here, a little club, deli with some, sour onion cream, laid chips. So, yeah, I was really hungry. So, let me just take a little bite before I start playing. Man, it is really good. Yeah, I'm sorry because I'm eating, but man, I was really hungry. Okay, let's go on with the video. The Browns, they're going to call for the coin toss. So they say they call for heads. They get heads. What are they going to do? They say they're going to kick. That's a good option, good decision. So the Broncos are going to receive. Right now, the kickoff in the first half. The Browns will receive second half kickoff. Here it comes. The game's about to start, ladies and gentlemen, and there's no kickoff return for the Denver Broncos. Here comes the Broncos' first drive. What are they going to do? And that's going to be a 6 in their offense, and that's a red zone, ladies and gentlemen. So they are already at the red zone. They're ready to go ahead and put up some points against that Cleveland Browns defense. That's an 8 in their offensive chart. That's a TD pass. Oh, my God. So a touchdown pass by Bo Nix. Man, this Broncos team has been red hot. I think they already, what they are in a 2 or 3 game winning streak, something like that. So they're really, really playing some great football right now. And the extra point is good. And right now they jump to a quick lead, 7-0 over the Cleveland Browns. Here comes the Browns. They don't have a kickoff return. What are they going to do in their first drive, ladies and gentlemen? In the first quarter. That's a 5 in their offense, and that's a red zone. Can you believe that? Wow. The Cleveland Browns, you see, what's so funny is that the Cleveland Browns are they just suck so bad. I mean, this team just horrible and awful that you got to roll 5 to get a red zone, at least offensively. And look, they throw 2 interceptions in the row of a 2 or a 6. That's how terrible this team is. That's why they finished 3-14 in real life in that 2024 season. And they gave up 435 points. Unbelievable. That's just, wow. That's scary. Here we go. What are the Cleveland Browns going to do in their offense? A 7. And that's going to be a TD pass. Wow. Look at this. And Deshaun Watson throws a touchdown pass. Let's see the extra point. They can miss 2-9. That's good. And they tied the game up, ladies and gentlemen, all 7-7. Here we go. We're going to the second drive now for the Denver Broncos. What are they going to do here in the first quarter? Let's see. And that's going to be a 7 in their offense. That's going to be a red zone. Okay. The Broncos, they're like, okay, doesn't matter if y'all scored on us. They tied, y'all tied the game. Let's see if y'all can keep up with our, a great high-scoring offense. Here we go. The Broncos, they shoot. That's going to be an 8 in their offense. Another TD pass for Bo Nix. Oh, my God. Bo Nix is on fire right now. He's having a great start right now in the first quarter. 2 touchdown passes already. Broncos, extra point is good, of course. And they go up now by 7 on the Browns, 14-7. Here we go. The Browns, they're going to go on to their second drive of the first quarter. What are they going to do? They fired. That's going to be a 3 in their offense. 3, that's going to be a fumble. Oh my God, that's a fumble right there, and that's going to be their first turnover. And here we go. What are the Broncos? Can they return for a touchdown? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. So on a 4 or 6, they can return this fumble recovery for a touchdown. For the Broncos defense, that's a 10. They're not going to return it. There we go. Broncos last third drive. What are they going to do? And that's going to be a 6 in their offense. 6 will be a red zone. Oh, man, look at this. Man, Bo Nix in that great offensive system, man, they're finding ways how to score often. Here we go. And they're going to fire here in the offensive chart. That's an 8. And that, guess what? That's going to be another TD pass and already 3 touchdown passes by Bo Nix. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. Here comes the extra point, and the extra point will be good. Now look at this. 3 touchdown passes in 1 quarter. I think that's the first time that a team has done that this season. So unbelievable. Well, I don't know. Probably Josh Allen has done it. But yeah, man, that's really a record right there for their franchise, for Denver. Here we go. The Broncos are now up on the Browns by 14, 21-7. What are the Browns going to do here in their third drive, final drive in the first quarter? That's going to be a 7 in their offense. 7, that's going to be a punt. So, man, the Cleveland Browns, man, they just, after that first drive in the first quarter, that touchdown pass by Deshaun Watson, they haven't really found a door to get some offense going. And here we go. What are the Broncos going to do here? They want to shoot for a extra drive, and that's a high card, so they don't get it. Browns, let's see if they can get an extra drive. That's going to be a pair of 3s. They need 3 more. And nope. So that's the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. It is all the Denver Broncos over the Cleveland Browns, 21-7 after 1. Now we're going to the second quarter. And man, the Cleveland Browns, they're looking like for answers, but man, the way they've been playing right now, with the way they played in that first quarter, it's not showing anything. Here we go, the Broncos. What are they going to do in the second quarter? That's going to be a 9 in their offense. A 9 will be a punt. Okay, so they kind of slowed down right there with Bo Nix. And Bo Nix, I'm pretty sure he said, you know what, let's just stop for a little bit and let Cleveland kind of get back in their feet. But we're going to continue pounding that defense of the Browns. Here we go, Cleveland Browns. What are they going to do here in the second quarter? That's a 10 in the defense of the Broncos. That's on downs. Wow. Look at this. Man, and that's a turnover. That's the second turnover for the Cleveland Browns. If they're pretty sure they tried to go for it on 4th down and they failed. Here goes the Denver Broncos in their second drive of the second quarter. What are they going to do? That's going to be an 8 against the defense of the Browns. An 8 will be a punt. Oh, okay. So good defense that time by the Cleveland Browns. They really need that if they want to hang in there and keep up with this great Denver Broncos scoring offense. So here we go. I'm sorry about that. I dropped another die. Oh my God. Sorry about that, Don. Here we go. The Cleveland Browns. What are they going to do here in their second drive? That's going to be a 7 on the defense of the Broncos. 7. That will be a red zone. Look at this. The Cleveland Browns. They have a scoring chance right here. They better score if they want to keep up with Denver. That's going to be a 4 again in the defense. Oh, no, that's only a field goal for them. So they cut the lead to 11. It is now 21-10. But that's a good job by the Cleveland Browns, at least getting in the red zone, getting some points, not getting out of there empty-handed. Here comes the Denver Broncos, their third drive here, the final drive in the second quarter before we hit halftime. What are the Denver Broncos going to do? Here we go. That's going to be a 5 on the defense of the Cleveland Browns. A 5, and that's going to be a punt. Wow, the Cleveland Browns are determined that they're not going to go out easy. They're like, we might be the underdogs and we might be a 1-10 favor of not winning this game. But you know what? Of winning this game. But we are going to give it our all. And we're going to try to shock the world. We're going to try to come up with the upset. Here we go. The Cleveland Browns. What are they going to do in the third drive? That's a 10 on the defense of the Broncos. A 10 on downs. Oh, my God. And they turned the ball over again. Change of ball possession right there. And that's already their third turnover. Okay, so here we go. The Broncos, they're going to try to roll for an extra drive. And that's going to be 3 6s right there for them. So they just need to hit 2 more to get the extra drive. They're not going to get it. And the Browns can't get, they cannot get an extra drive. They don't have a right because they came from turning the ball over. You know the rules. So that's the halftime score. It is Browns 10 and the Broncos 21. So it's really been a real good game between both of them playing good defense. But of course the Broncos, their offense is coming better at the edge. Here we go. What are the Browns going to do? They received the second half kickoff. Let's see if the Cleveland Browns can come up with the upset. Here comes the Browns. A 4 on the defense of the Broncos. A 4 will be a punt. Oh, man. Look at this. And the Browns were really close. If they would have rolled just one more, a 5, they would have hit a red zone. But, oh well. Here we go. The Denver Broncos. What are they going to do here in their first drive of the third quarter? Let's see what happens. They let it go. Bo Nix out there with his offense on the field. That's a 4 in their offense. 4. That will be a punt. Oh, my God. I cannot believe it. Wow, this Broncos team, they really, they have the lead, right? 21-10, but it's kind of hard for them to really, try to put up as many points, try to, blow out this Browns team. This Browns team, they're just horrible. They're one of the worst teams in the Drive Time Football League. They're 1-5, right? And man, what is going on? Like the Broncos, like even though we're on the lead, but we want to put up as many touchdowns as we can. Here we go. The Browns in their second drive. That's going to be a 6 on the defense of the Broncos. It's going to be a punt. Oh my God. And right there in between the 5 and 7, which there are red zones that the Broncos give up. The Broncos defense, they're extremely good. Here, their defensive chart, they give up, they have takeaways. They get interceptions at the 11 and 12 and a fumble at the 3. So they're really a great defensive team, if you ask me. Here it goes. Bo Nix and the Broncos. That's going to be a 5 on the defense of the Browns. A 5, that's going to be a punt. Wow, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I'm telling you, that Browns defense is playing some great football, despite that they're still down by 11. But they're not going to give up easy. They're not going to let this Broncos team just walk all over them. Here we go. The Cleveland Browns, they're like, you know what? If you want to beat us, you better kill us first. Here we go. No, that's a joke. Here we go. The Cleveland Browns, what are they going to do? On their third drive, that's going to be a 5 in their offense. Look at this. They get a red zone. Man, what is going on with this Broncos defense? They are allowing this team, 1-5 Cleveland Brown team, to get in the red zone, and they're on their way to score. Let's see if they can do it. That's a TD pass. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, that's already the second touchdown pass by Deshaun Watson. And 2-9, they can miss the extra point. That's going to be a 6. You know, they get it. And guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, the Browns cut the lead now to 4, 21-17. Wow, this is really shocking to see. I mean, come on. The Broncos are coming from blowing out. They came from blowing out the LA Chargers 42-3 in week 6. And now they're just like up by 4 on the Browns, 21-17. Are you kidding me? Are you telling me that the Browns are better than the Chargers? This is an 8 on the offense of the Broncos. Let's see, an 8. And no, that's a punt. Oh, my God. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Will the Browns come up with the upset? That's going to be epic. That's going to be history for them. That's going to be shocking to see. So, the Browns, they're going to try to roll for their extra drive. Let's see if they can do it. Come on, Browns, get that extra drive so you can get a momentum going. And they're going to roll. Oh, look at this. 3 5s for for the Cleveland Browns, I'm sorry. They need 2 more 5s, and no, they're not going to get it. They come up short. So here comes the Broncos. Can they get their extra drive? That's going to be, nope, that's going to be 2 5s for them. So they need to roll 3 more. And nope, they're not going to get it. So that's the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? The Denver Broncos, they have the lead, but the Browns are putting up a fight. They're hanging in there. They're trying to hang in there. They're trying to come up with the upset. And can they do it? What you think? What do y'all think, my people? Do y'all think that the Browns are going to come up with the upset? I think they can. If they play with enough heart, I think they can do it. Here comes the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson and our offense back on the field. What are they going to do here? They got to play really smart. That's a 7 on the defense of the Denver Broncos. Guess what? That's a red zone. Man, the Cleveland Browns, they want to make history. And they want to come back on this great Denver Broncos defense. Here we go. Cleveland Browns, can they score? That's a 2. Oh, no, that's a field goal. Wow. So that's a field goal for the Cleveland Browns. And now they cut the lead, ladies and gentlemen, to just 21-20. Denver over Cleveland. And, man, the Broncos, they're like, what is going on, man? We were up on this team 21-7. Out of nowhere, they're just already cut the lead to 1. Here we go. What are the Broncos going to do on their first drive in the fourth quarter? That's going to be a 2 on the defense of the Cleveland Browns. A 2, and oh my God, they give up the red zone. That is not good for Cleveland. Here comes the Denver Broncos. Can they score on the defensive red zone chart of the Cleveland Browns? Can they do it? Here we go. That's going to be a 7. That's going to be a TD pass. Oh my God, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. That's already 4 touchdown passes for Bo Nix, and he's having a field day. And the extra point, that's going to be an 8. That's good. So look at this now. The Denver Broncos now increased their lead to 8, 28-20. And now we're going to the second drive of the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, they need to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this game up. Let's see if they can do it. They're believing in themselves. Despite being the underdogs, they want to shock these fans here in Denver and come up with the huge upset. That's a 7 on the defense of the Denver Broncos. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. They get the red zone at the defense of the Denver Broncos. Let's see if they can score. That's going to be a 6 on defense. That's a TD run. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. A TD run for the Cleveland Browns against the defensive chart of the red zone of the Denver Broncos. And man, okay, here we go. This is how the 2-point conversion works. So they have to roll. The Browns have to roll again, and they have to go either in this chart right here or in the Denver Broncos defensive chart. You know, like a normal roll, you know what I mean? And when it happens, they got to go. And if they get in the red zone, they got to score. They got to score on the TD. They cannot hit a field goal, because if they hit a field goal or anything else besides a TD, it's a failed 2-point conversion. So here comes the Cleveland Browns. They need to convert on this 2-point conversion. That's going to be a 11 in their offense. That's a punt, so that means that they failed the 2-point conversion. So that's only going to be 6 points for them. So they cut the lead to 2, 28-26 Broncos over the Browns. So I'm just going to put here 2-point, and I'll put an X, meaning that they missed the 2-point conversion. So here comes the Denver Broncos. Wow. The Browns are putting up a good fight against those Denver Broncos. The Browns are determined that they're not going to be an easy opponent for the Broncos, despite their bad losing record. Here we go. The Broncos, they just want to go ahead and seal up this victory by scoring more. That's a 5 in their offense. 5, that's going to be a punt. Oh my God, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes the Cleveland Browns. Can the Cleveland Browns come up with the upset? Man, I'm going to be really, really shocked right now. And I know y'all too. Y'all not, man, if they come up, they come with this great comeback, it's going to be really historical. It's going to be epic. Unbelievable. It's going to be incredible if the Cleveland Browns can do it. Here we go. Come on, Cleveland. We're counting on you. That's a 6 in their offense. Oh, no. And Deshaun Watson, those hopes, they're pretty much gone. And look at this. They have thrown now an interception. That's an INT on the 6 on their offense. That's an interception. And that's it. I think the hopes are done already. Let's see if the Broncos can return it. Yes, they can. On a roll of a 4 or 6, let's see. They return it. No, they're not going to return it. They roll in 11. Way off. Here comes the Denver Broncos in their final drive. They let it go. That's going to be a 10 in their offense. 10 will be a punt. Okay. So here we go. So here comes the Cleveland Browns. They just got to roll 5 dice. And they have to get this extra drive. If they get the extra drive, the Browns are going to be able to get that 4th drive and see if they can come back. And that will be historical. Even a field goal will win it for them. Here we go. Cleveland Browns. Can they get an extra drive? And they get 2 4s. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. They need to roll 3 more 4s. All right, they got to hit 5 of a kind. Of course, 4 of a kind. Well, no, 5 of a kind before. They got to be 5 4s. So here we go. Cleveland Browns, can they get 3 more 4s? Let's see. They get the extra drive. And no, they're not going to get it. And that's game over, ladies and gentlemen. And look at this right here. And the Denver Broncos, they come up with the victory, but a real close one. They win it by 2, 28-26. Denver Broncos, now they go to 5-2, and they're on a winning streak. Right now, they're in a hot streak. They're red hot. I think it's the hottest team right now in the Drive Time Football League, besides, the Bills being undefeated. But yeah, there you go. That's what a hell of a game we just watched. The Cleveland Browns were determined that they were not going to be an easy cookie, that the Denver Broncos were just going to just step on easily all day. And the Browns really showed it today. They really showed it today. And that defense really played extremely well for the Browns. The Broncos did too. But, oh well, the Broncos, they're going to be celebrating and they're going to go into practice and get ready for Week 8. And they're going to, once again, I repeat it, they go to 5-2 now, and the Browns will drop to their worst record now, 1-6. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you don't mind, I'll appreciate it. I want to give a special thanks and a shout out to Cards and Dice with Don. Go check out his YouTube channel. He has a lot of awesome and incredible videos that you can watch in there. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe also to my friend Jackson. He has amazing games in there too. Been watching his golf games. That golf game is really phenomenal. I'm really going to try to play that game too. I'm tuning into his videos also. And shout out to Alan. Alan, I haven't forgot about you. I know you told me a couple of fight card boxing videos. He put a comment in there and said that if I could continue posting more fight card boxing career mode videos. And trust me, my friend Alan, I will do that for you. And for anybody that loves to watch boxing dice rolling games, I'm gonna do it. And a lot of fight card boxing games, they're coming soon. All right, Alan, so I got you, don't worry about it. And I want to give also a shout out and to my mentors, Jason Graham, John Turnbull from Paddle Blue Sports, Bryan from Clark Addison Games, to Dale, to Kevin Elias, and to Dave Gardener, and so many YouTube creators out there that are really super talented. Hope y'all enjoy the video, and y'all have a blessed day and a safe one, and I'll catch you on the next episode. All right, peace.